Hello friends, I am your science teacher Pushprita Girish Dhanokar. Today we are going to study the first lesson of Standard 7 Science, that is the living world adaptation and classification. In that lesson there are two parts are included. First one is adaptation and second one is the classification. A great variety of plants is found on the earth. So some plants have colorful flowers, some plants grow in water, whereas some are to be found in desert which have a scarcity of water. So like that of plants, there also shows animals also shows the diversity. Some are unicellular, some are multicellular, some are vertebrates, some are invertebrates. So let us see the adaptation of the living world. First one, the what is the definition of adaptation? Gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organism which help them to adjust to their surroundings. Such changes are called adaptation. That means the animals having some changes, gradual changes, uh, to adjust their life with their environment. So this is the adaptation. Adaptation is long term, gradual and continuous process. Adaptation helps them to adjust their surrounding. These are changes that help a plant species survive in its environment. How plants survive underwater, in the desert. So let us see the adaptation in plants. In that, first one is aquatic plants. We know what is the meaning of aquatic plant. Aquatic plant is nothing but the plants which are live in a water is called aquatic plants. So aquatic plants are shows some adaptation, adapted to living in aquatic environments. They are firmly rooted in soil and submerged stems. Some plants entirely afloat with floating roots, while some submerged in water. Stems and petioles are soft, flexible. Leaves and flowers of aquatic plants float on water. Some plants have thin ribbon shaped slender leaves. This is an adaptation to withstand fast current of water. Leaves and stems of aquatic plants coated with waxy layer and air spaces inside the stem and leaves adapted for floating. So these are the some adaptation of aquatic plants. So here given some examples. That first one is Pistia stratiotes, plants that floats freely on the water surface. You can observe in the picture in the slides. Water lilies grows rooted in the bottom with leaves. Then Ceratophyllum submergum is also aquatic plants. Next one is the lotus. So let us see some characteristics about lotus or adaptation in lotus. Stem of lotus is hollow. You can observe in the figure, or we can say a slide. Long and light. Leaves are disc shape. Leaves and flowers float on water. Leaves have waxy coating to prevent water stagnation. So these are some adaptation of lotus. Next one in adaptation in desert plants. Desert plants have two main adaptation: ability to collect, store water, features that reduce water loss. Because in desert there are scarcity of water, or we can say a shortage of water, hence the two main adaptations are seen in the desert plants. Roots of the desert plants penetrate deep in the soil in search of water. Thick layer of waxy substance on stem. Leaflets of leaves like small needles. Some leaves seem to be modified into thorns for conserving water. Very little water is lost by the evaporation. The stems are fleshy as water and food is stored in them. Modified stem perform photosynthesis and hence they are green. So these are the adaptation in desert plants. Here you can observe the desert plants in the slide, that is cactus. Okay. Next one is adaptation in snowy region plants. Conifers like deodar and pine are seen in snowy regions. Trees are conical in shape with sloping branches. Due to heavy snowfall and extreme cold weather, such adaptations are seen. Conical shape prevents accumulation of snow on the tree. Thick bark helps the tree to withstand the cold. Here given some adaptations of snowy region plants. Next one is adaptation in forest region plants. All the plants compete for sunlight, that means they struggle for sunlight. Trees grow tall to capture the sunlight, and climbers and vines grow with the support of trees. That means they are compete for the sunlight, or they are grow tall to get the sunlight. A diverse variety of plants, trees, herbs and shrubs seen in the forest. Climbers have adapted by having spring-like tendrils with which they seek support from host tree. So here in the pictures you can observe the tall trees, shrubs. Okay, so here given how the adaptations are grow in that stem tendrils. You observe in the picture stem tendrils. Okay, next one is the leaf tendrils. In the picture, the stem tendrils and the leaf tendrils you can observe. So these are the adaptation in forest region plants. Next one is adaptation in grassland plants. Bushes and grasses of diverse type are seen in grassland. Vast meadows are found in the plain and hilly areas. Soil erosion is prevented by fibrous roots of grasses. What is the meaning of soil erosion? Soil erosion means what? Wearing away of topsoil. Very tall grasses are seen in the equatorial region. Various types of large animals take shelters in these grasses, and very short grass grow in cold region. Small animals like rabbits are seen in these grasses. Here you can observe the grassland region. Next one is how they are taking their food. That means adaptation for ingestion of food in plants. Most of the plants are autotrophic. Autotrophic means what? They make their own food. Okay. Some plants are parasitic. That means they depends for the food on the others. Which is leafless and thus can't perform photosynthesis. For example, here given cuscuta, that is dodder. There are hostile roots for sucking and absorbing nutrients from the host plant. It grows on host plants. Fungi cannot perform photosynthesis as they lack chlorophyll. Chlorophyll pigment is absent in fungi, and therefore they cannot perform the photosynthesis. They obtain food from starchy foodstuffs. Root-like fibers are present in them in fungi for absorption of food. So here given ingestion of food in plants. So next one, here given one point that plants like Drosera, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, etc. consume insect to fulfill their need for nitrogen. The plants in the nitrogen deficient are usually insectivorous plants. Such plants have structural adaptation to attract insect and hold them in captive. Here example is given. First one you observe here, that is cuscuta. Second one, that is Venus flytrap, Drosera, pitcher plant. Okay, so these are the insectivorous plants having some adaptation to fulfill their needs. So here all about adaptation in plants. Thank you. So this is all about the adaptation in plants. Now write down your homework. That is, write the examples of two examples of each plant, that is aquatic plants, desert plants, snowy region plants, then forest region plants, insectivorous plants. Okay, so write down that all example in HW. So thank you, take care, goodbye, and stay safe, stay home.